This thing is not working. You know what? This is basically how it feels to be now. Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna finish that sentence. Is it working now? No? It's like frozen. Oh wait, it's working now. Can you guys hear? I see it. I see myself move. So I think you guys can see now. Is that correct? Is that any agreements? Anyone agreeing in chat? Hello. Can you say hello back? I see you. Okay, nice. Thank you for answering. There we go. Nice. I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, let's see. I got my, oh gosh. I got my tunes here. I'm trying to be simply today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm copying everything. But here we go, okay? Can you guys hear the music? But yes, I am in Japan. Oh my gosh, the land of the anime. The land of anime. Gilgamesh. Okay. Yeah, it's going nice. I'm glad. Hello everyone. Welcome. My mount, I realized before when I landed here, we can't hear and see for now. What? What do you mean? What is she supposed to mean? I thought you guys were able to see me now. Cosplay. Oh my gosh, this is so confusing. I don't know like what you guys can see or hear or what, but hello. So yeah, I've been in Japan for the past 2 weeks and a half. My gosh. Oh God. The type of feedback that I'm getting, what's going on? Can you guys see me or not? I don't understand what is going on. You can hear me just fine, okay. I'm gonna trust Simply then. I'm gonna trust Simply for now. Cool. I noticed that my mouth, where's my mouth? My mouth is in my eyes. My mouth for some reason is not properly adjusted for this software. So it's gonna look like I'm always opening my mouth like that. But trust me, I'm not lump-sided or whatever. The tracking on this thing is pretty weird. It's unfixable. I think I can fix it. It's just I have to fix it on my computer though. It's a problem with my avatar actually. The way my avatar is being tracked. No worries, no info. It's all good. But yeah, how you guys doing? It's been a while, huh? I'm so sorry. I don't have a laptop, so unfortunately I can't stream. But I found a way through my phone. Using Streamlabs, I guess. Oh no, Streamlabs again. It's super scuffed though, as you can see. The tracking is I can't move properly. At least I have hands, which is kind of weird. I have hands, which is I don't know. Hello, Guitar Pro. Welcome. Doing good. Nice. I'm glad you're doing well. That's good to hear. It's been so long, huh? Man. Can we start a GoFundMe or something for a laptop? Oh my gosh. I was thinking I was gonna buy a laptop yesterday actually. Well, we could probably talk a little bit about what I've been up to, I guess. How's Japan? Is very well actually. It's very good. It feels like it's been months. I know. I've been walking so much. It's like my feet are hurting because I've been out and about for a long time. But let's talk a bit about that actually. Um. So, well, yesterday I was trying to buy a laptop. Yesterday I went to Akihabara, which is where there's a lot of laptops and like electronics and anime and stuffs for very very cheap. The first time that I went to there like a few weeks ago, I saw one that was like 24,000 yen, which is about $100, and I was gonna buy it, but yesterday I went too early because I've been waking up very early. I was there like at 8 a.m. and they don't open until like 10 or 11 a.m. or something like that. And I was hungry, so I had to leave the area. But I don't know. I was thinking about going today again, but since I can do it with my phone, I think I'm not. I would like to buy one, but I don't know. I'll consider it. The currency is yen. Yeah, that's correct. How was my holiday? Was also any news on moving? Well, I would love to move here, but I think I have to do some more diligence when I come back. Flip a coin. I do have coins actually. I wish I could show you guys. Whoa, what happened to my avatar there? I have a little. It's kind of funny, because in Japan, you use coins for everything basically. So I have a lot of change, which is very weird because I don't use change that often anymore. In the States, it's like everything is just plastic. But it's very nice to use coins again. 50 yen, 10 yen. Bro's avatar is gonna jump off the walls, quite literally. Oh man, how does it feel, Simply? How does it feel to be on the other side, huh? On the other side. Why is my eye closing like that? Oh, it's this one. I'm gonna poke it. Tap, 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 tap. Coin flip is the best decision meta. The coins, it's really weird to see a coin that has. I'm holding one right here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I'm holding one right here. It's pretty wild to see coins that have holes in the middle. And I'm guessing it's because I've seen this before, but back in the 1800s, people used to put a little string on the coins, and then you can carry the coins with a string by putting the string through the hole. I'm fighting the urge to laugh right now. What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? This is how you look. This is how you look when you stream, okay? You can't judge. Holes in the middle. Yeah, there's a hole in the center of the coin. I'm holding it, but you guys obviously can't see it. But I'll take pictures and I'll show you guys when I go back with my computer, because obviously I can't do much from my phone right now, as much as I wish. Never seen that before. Yeah, look up Jen on Google Images. Like the 50 Gen and the 5 Gen has it, but these ones is because they're old. I'm guessing the new ones don't have the hole anymore though, because well, I don't think anyone carries a string anymore. But yes, I was here when, I don't know if you guys have heard the news, but like there was earthquakes as well in Japan, and that was my first experience with an earthquake as well. It was a 7.6 level, I guess, 7.6 level earthquake in the northwest of Japan, or like north, I guess, north to me for sure, but west of the country. And even though it was really far from the earthquake, like it became a 3.5 where I am, and it was very scary. Definitely, if it was shaking this bad in here where I am, I'm currently staying in Tokyo. I can't imagine what a 7.6 was. It was pretty bad. Invisible coins, but it's interesting how coins are different for different areas. Yeah. In Japan, it's very common to still use coins in cash. I also exchanged some money before traveling here, so it's my first time using yen primarily, I suppose. Yeah, it was scary. Oh no, the ads, the I have ads on Japanese ads, I guess. So okay, there you go. I just looked it up. That is really cool. Nice. Yeah, I hope you're talking about the coins and not the earthquake. Hello, Banta. Welcome. How you doing today? But yeah, I was just talking about my trip to Japan. I'm still here, and I'll be here until today. It's Friday here. It's 7 a.m. Friday in here. I think it's still... Isn't it still Thursday in the States? So it's kind of interesting, isn't it? But I'll be back on Monday. I'm going to be flying back on Monday, which is, I believe, is Martin Luther King Day. I hope you're having fun in Japan. Yeah, thank you, I am. You're time traveling. I'm trying not to, but yes, I am current in the future. I can't tell you the lotto numbers though, because they're in Japanese. It's Thursday, yeah. So it's been interesting. I'm still not used to that. I'm still not used to, like, everyone being like a day behind, I guess. It's pretty interesting. Like I was telling like some people in like Europe, they're completely flipped of me. So right now it's very late for them. It's like midnight. Sorry, I was scratching my eye. Did the World War III start yet? No, hopefully not. Hopefully not. Hopefully nothing bad happens while I'm here, because it's pretty nerve-wracking being like thousands of miles from home. But yeah, I didn't think I was gonna experience so much. There was also, after the earthquakes, there was some other issues, like the one of the airplanes crashed in Japan, and it was actually the airline that I'm gonna be traveling in. So that's kind of scary in a way, even though I wasn't involved. But it can happen. No one was harmed in the main airplane, but some people did die on the other airplane, unfortunately. And after that, the third day of the New Year's, there was a woman like stabbing people in the trains. And I've been traveling mainly by train, so that was also kind of scary. I don't know why everything is happening while I'm here. I also went to pray for New Year's, and I got bad luck, which apparently is very, very rare. So I consider that lucky that I got the rare luck, which is bad. But I got the tile on the rack, and hopefully the monks in there burnt my bad luck. But that's okay. I'm the fortune star after all, so I'll just tank it. Do you know why it crashed? Yes. It was a miscalculation from the other airplane. The Japan airline airplanes was landing on the strip, while another airplane with 5 people in it, which was efforts for the rescue, for the earthquake victims. It was gonna fly off from here, so it was an effort for the earthquake to help them. And unfortunately, they stepped too much forward on the strip, and while the other airplane was landing, it hit their wing. So unfortunately, that it caught on fire. I just noticed there's about 15-hour difference where I'm from. Yeah, it's almost an entire half day. The trip here was like 12 hours actually, so I'm not looking forward to traveling 12 hours back. I almost want to just stay here, just stay here and start my new life. Just buy a new computer and everything. Because 12 hours. That's only to land in the nearby airports. I still have to travel to wherever like I live, you know. So it's not a one trip thing. So I'm gonna be traveling again for like 28 hours. I just noticed. Good day, doctor. Hello, welcome. How you doing today? She successfully stabbed 4 people, but was attempting to kill more. The 4 people she stabbed were only injured. Well, yeah, I mean, but you know, still scary. I'm soft around the edges, you know. I'm a soft star, so I'm sure her knife could have could have impaled me, but luckily, yeah, no one was harmed other than you know just like they were cutting their clothes. I just noticed the nails from balloons. Yeah, we had that before. I'm doing good, doctor. How about you? Thank you for asking. But Josh, can you guys even hear the music? I don't know if it's too loud or not. Let me know if it's too loud or not. But yes, it's been interesting. It's been an interesting trip. Of course, when I come back, we can talk about it more because I'll be able to show you all the pictures I've been taking. I have like 100 pictures by now. And today, right after this stream, I'm gonna be going to Tokyo site, which is where the giant Gundam is, and I'm gonna be taking pictures of that. And then I'm gonna travel to Akihabara to see if I can find a laptop because I really, really want a Japanese laptop. I just find that very interesting. If I could get one for cheap, and then I'm thinking about going from Akihabara to Shibuya just to explore a little bit and then have lunch in there. What state are you from? How's the culture chunk? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you what state I'm from. What the heck? I'm good. It's still cold in my room, but I'll be fine somewhere. Stuff nice. I'm glad you're doing good. The culture chunk. Well, I will say that the biggest culture chunk is how embedded the train system is compared to any other place that I've been before, I guess. I've never been in a place where like the train and the public transport system is like so well done, you know, so embedded in people's lives. Because basically the train can get you anywhere. I also I rode the Shinkansen, which is the train that takes you pretty much everywhere across the country. Because I went to Kyoto, which is about 3 hours from here, on the Shinkansen, but it's about an 8-hour drive. So it's like what 300 miles or something like that. But the Shinkansen is very, very impressive. Honestly, I had a lot of fun riding it. And visiting Kyoto was a pretty cool experience as well. I wish I could have gone to Osaka. I should have probably done that, but oh well. Maybe some other time when I come back again to Japan. Now that I understand everything, because my mission here was mainly, you know, kind of like understanding everything about Japan. Seeing if I'm not delusional on thinking that potentially I can live here, you know, because people often say things like, "Oh, I want to live in Japan. Living in Japan will be amazing," but that's because they're only thinking about like what they see in anime, right? So it's a bit of a delusional thing. So I wanted to come here and experience it for myself, and because I knew a lot of things about Japan outside of the anime, like stuff, you know, like how safe it is, the public transport, and you know, a lot of culture involved and all that. So I wanted to experience it for myself and see if it was going to be a good fit for me to like even consider moving here, you know. But now that I'm here, I think I understand pretty well like how to move around and, you know, by myself and stuff. So I think next time around, if whenever I come back, I can probably stay somewhere where I don't need to stay like in Tokyo, you know, because I wanted to stay here so that I could have everything. This hotel actually has all the amenities that I need, and it was a bit more expensive than the typical like hotel, I guess you can say. Hello, CB, welcome. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Yeah, it's a bit much for your first time. Yeah. But I mean, I just wanted to explore. I just wanted to explore and like find out for myself, see how it is, see if I really like it. And honestly, it's kind of interesting because Japan is one of the very few places where housing hasn't really blown up in value, right? So there's some pretty cheap places here in Japan where you can live comfortably, like with a $200 rent or something like that, $200 a month. So it's very compelling to think about, especially for my VTubing career, where I can probably it almost seems like it's more achievable here, because you don't need to make as much money. You can just rent a really cheap place and live like very saving in mind, I guess. How do you say that in a single word? There's a word for that. How's Japan? It's very nice. It's very nice. We're just talking about it. But yeah, basically, I've been talking a lot about it in the Discord. For those who are in there, those who know, if you know, I suppose. But yeah, we've been talking a lot. I've been sharing pictures and all that in the Discord. So feel free to check them out. But we'll talk about it again when I come back with my computer and everything. But yes, I do like it. even if you don't need to like, part of the reason why I'm here such a long time is because I also wanted to like have some days where I'm just like indoors, kind of like just enjoy Japan as it will be like a regular day-to-day life, not like exploring every day or anything like that. Just like stay indoors and like draw or watch TV. Like Japanese TV is very entertaining too, first of all. But yeah, I've been drawing a lot more often and just just get an idea of how it will be being here. I think 3 weeks probably was a good idea. It was like a good balance. It was like a good balance between like or a good compromise. Because for one, I'm super happy to go back home already, so that I can start creating the paperwork for my visa and all that, and like I also want to start like learning Japanese and all that. And it's not long enough that I'm like spending too much money here, I guess. A good way to go about it. Yeah, because I was thinking initially I was thinking like I want to stay like 3 months. I want to stay 3 months in a which is basically the maximum amount of regular passports for U.S. Citizens. Fuku learning language. Let's go. Yes. Oh my gosh, the amount of times that I've been having to like talk in Japanese or anything like that, it's been interesting. There's no other way. You can't practice it unless you live here, which is why I want to move here to begin with, so that I can start practicing and learning. But one thing I didn't think, and I spoke a little bit about this in the Discord, is like no one tells you when you buy in a convenience store, like when you have to, when you're gonna pay, I guess, when you pay, they ask you every single time, they ask you if you need a bag, right? But they ask you in Japanese, so you have no clue what they're saying. So when I tell them like, oh, I don't understand, they're just like, they just do this movement like bagu, and like they do like a little square like bagu bagu bagu. It's pretty funny, but yes, that's something I never expected from this trip. Well, it's the best way to practice, but isn't impossible to practice without going. Yeah, I know. Like, you can always practice it going into VR chat and stuff like that. But I'm not too concerned about that. I'm still pretty much a novice. The language barrier, yeah. But yeah, like being here and like just engulfing yourself in Japanese, it's very interesting. People always say things like, "Oh, you can go to Japan without speaking Japanese," which is true to an extent, I guess. But the signs, nothing is in English. Nothing is in English. There's like nothing in English. You'll see romaji, which is the words in Japanese spelled out in like the regular alphabet, but everything is in Japanese. It's like there's no in between. Even McDonald's, like everything is in Japanese. So it's been interesting. Only in popular cities. Well, that's what people say though. That's what people. I'm in Tokyo right now. I'm in like the center of Tokyo. There's not a lick of English. There's not a lick of English, and very very few Japanese people speak English at all. So I don't know if that's very true. Like you'll see like, okay, like museums and temples, like very popular ones. Like I'm talking like the biggest ones, will have some signs in English. But I mean, everything else is everything, like quite literally everything. I'm looking at everything I have right now. Like I have a water bottle, and like the label is in Japanese. I have some medicine, some cold medicine. The instructions and everything is in Japanese. It's like I don't like. Yes, you can survive. I will say that you can survive. You can survive without speaking Japanese, but it's not an enjoyable experience if you don't speak any Japanese at all. That makes sense too. Yeah, it's been interesting. Like you can definitely survive. Like you won't die, I guess. But there's definitely nothing in English. Very very few things. Oh, the other day I got approached by a person. Like no one also speaks English. So the other day I got approached by some guy, like giving me a slip, like some sort of like paper, and he spoke in perfect English. He was like, "Hey, would you like to come to like?" I'm like, "What the frick? What?" Like in like quite literally perfect English. That surprised me so much that I was like, yeah, that's sus. Yeah, that was definitely a scam or something. And I'm like, no, thank you. People should learn a basic phrases before visiting a country with a different language. um, I mean, it's not really a requirement. I guess it's not really a requirement, but I know some countries people will get mad if you don't speak any. Like I heard like Italian. No wait, no. French people, I think, get really upset if you don't speak any French or at least try. But not in Japan though. In Japan they're very sensitive about it. They'll try their best to speak in English, or at the very least they'll understand what you're saying, but they'll just reply in Japanese. He knew you were a tourist. Well, yeah, because everyone here is Japanese. Like 99% are Japanese. You can immediately you stick out like a sore thumb if you're not Japanese. It makes your life easier. Yeah, I suppose. I mean, I'm fine. It's just been an interesting experience. I'm just being honest about my experience. That's all. I'm not gonna filter it. I don't know if other people like filter their experience, like they're like little badass people or whatever. Like, oh yeah, Japan, yeah, just speak English, yeah, it's fine, whatever. No, I'm being honest about my experience. Even though I do speak and understand like certain characters and words, it's been an interesting experience. But what else? What else? What's going on? What else going on? What else was going on? Let's see. Well, oh, I just dropped something. Ah! Yeah, this tracking is awful. But I miss you guys. I miss you for sure. I miss talking to you guys, and it's a bit unfortunate that I didn't bring a laptop or anything. I don't have a laptop actually, so there's no way for me to like stream at all, other than with my phone, I suppose. The model goes, yeah, it's an interesting tracking. I don't even know how it looks for you guys, because I have it paused. But oh my gosh. But yeah, very, very, very happy to be able to at least stream a little bit from Japan. I don't know. I just felt like, let's see. Let me try to convey life without a laptop. Well, I know, right? Would you guys buy me a laptop? Ooh. Okay. So the reason I actually I didn't plan this trip at all. Like, I no. Okay. I do have to go until I have to do language study. No worries, CV. Take care. Have a nice rest of your day. But yeah, I didn't even plan this trip until like a few days before Christmas, I think. The Wednesday before Christmas. I was like, if I don't do this, I'm never gonna do it. I've been trying to come to Japan since 2019. So I got my passport in 2019, and then COVID happened, which means you couldn't travel. Like basically, traveling to Japan was impossible. You said it was $100. No, don't worry. But yeah, like I've been trying to come to Japan ever since 2019, and the borders for Japan were closed until 2022, I believe. But then 2023, I became a VTuber, so I was focusing on being a VTuber. And finally, I was like, well, I achieved all my goals for becoming a VTuber, so I figured that maybe I deserve a little reward. So I just on a whim, I bought my tickets, I planned everything. Falcon was a huge help on all that because he's traveled to Japan before, so he helped me a lot with a lot of those details. And it happened, I just bought the tickets, and it didn't really hit me until like the day before that I was gonna travel, because I was so nervous. It's like, I know, and I know it doesn't make sense maybe for you guys, because like when you're a viewer and you're like watching someone else like travel like that is like, oh, that's so cool. Oh my god, he's gonna have so much fun. But when you're actually gonna do it, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be there alone for 3 weeks. The flight is like, the entire trip is like 16 hours. It's really scary, to be honest. But I felt if I didn't do it, then I wasn't gonna do it in the entire year. I don't know. I really like getting ahead of things, I guess. And I really wanted to spend New Year's. To me, spending New Year's in Japan was very, very like significant to me. I guess, if that makes sense. Um, it kind of signifies that I'm serious about it, and hopefully I can actually move this year. My first international solo travel was incredibly stressful. Yeah, I can imagine. Uh, it wasn't my first international trip, I guess, but it was my first one overseas, if that makes sense. No, it doesn't make sense either. Cause you know what? Never mind. But I guess it was the longest. Definitely, it was the longest trip I've ever done. Cause I left my home around 4 a.m. Right? I slept like 3 hours. First of all, I left like 4 a.m. And then I traveled. My first plane took me to where an international airport, and then I waited there for about 4 hours, and then got on the Japanese airline, and it was like another 12 hours to get here. It's good to give yourself the push to try new things, and even if they're scary from the outside, you didn't. Yeah, it feels very rewarding now that I'm here. It's like, yeah, I can do this. I understand everything now. I can travel around here comfortably, so I can come back. I can, plan things out better when I come back. Because I want to talk a little bit about when I first landed, I guess. It's kind of like the difference between watching a playthrough versus playing. It's harder than what you expected. Yeah, exactly. I guess it just doesn't really make sense when you're just like listening to it. But yeah, like living it is totally different. Um, but yes. So the first day that I was here, when I first landed, I I was so confused by everything. I was confused because they make you sign two different papers when you land here, which is something I've never done before. The first one is to tell them how many days you're gonna be staying, and the second one is to explain what you have in your baggage, right? So I filled in the first one, no problem. I was just gonna stay 3 weeks, and then they ask you for like your address, where you're gonna be. And I'm guessing they do. I don't think they do this to like check on you. I think they do. They do this if you go missing or something, so that they know like who to call if like it's like, hey, Fuku didn't come back to the States. What happened, Japan? It's like, I don't know. Let's call the hotel, I guess, and then like go from there or something. Because I don't think they're like super strict. As long as you don't overstay your passport, I don't think they're strict about like the number that you put in there. But the second time around, when I put my the information in my baggage, the officer in there immediately told me I wasn't even there yet. I barely handed out my slip to him, and he was like, "Why are you here?" And I'm like, tourist? And he's like, where are you going? My hotel? And he's like, no, what are you doing in Japan? It's like, what the heck? What is going on? I don't know why I was getting like asked all these questions. But I guess it's also pretty rare to go like alone. I don't know. I guess people often go in pairs. I don't know. I don't know if it's rare to go alone or whatever. But he didn't ask anything to the people before or after me. So I guess I was just sticking out like a sore thumb or something. But it was interesting. And then he just let me go after a few questions. And landing here, bro's getting interrogated with, it felt quite literally felt like papers, please. With my passport and my slip in my hands. Handing them, like, the officer also was like, he had like those little like funny hands and everything, like he was the real deal. So it wasn't interesting. Are you wondering for murder? Imagine, no, not at all. But it was an interesting interaction, I guess. And then, after crossing the border and all that, or whatever, finally I'm out in the airport. And the airport is like, you know how airports are. Just like super conflicting, like busy, people are going everywhere. And I was like, everything is in Japanese already. Even at the airport, it's like everything is in Japanese. I'm trying to find my way to like my hotspot, which is, to have internet in Japan, you have to buy either a SIM card or a hotspot. So I bought one of those little hotspots to have internet. And first of all, I went to the wrong one because apparently there was two nearby. And I went to the wrong one and they're like, I was just telling them like, oh, I have I reserved a hotspot, like I'm here to pick it up. And they're like, they gave me the name of their company or whatever. It's like, no, you go over there. They just point over there. And I'm like, oh, okay, sorry. Just go over there. And then like, and I mean, honestly, like, these guys like also like just spoke like a lick of English. Like they didn't really speak any English either. So that was interesting. And then like the second guy was like, yeah, I'm here to pick it up. Like, yeah, okay, do you have your passport? And like just, they grab your information from there. And they handed me okay, they handed me a freaking bag of like those postal bags. It wasn't like a regular bag. It was like an actual like, like a brown folder, I guess. No, like a brown package. And it looks so funny. It was like, I don't know, if it wasn't bad before, like now I actually look like a spy. Like someone is handing me a freaking package, and he's like, okay, I grabbed the package, and then I had my hotspot sent to the hotel, so that was nice and convenient. I see. No, I picked it up at the airport because it was just like right there, but I didn't know there was more than one. Like, obviously the company's not gonna tell you like, hey, there's more competition nearby, like make sure to look for ours. No, I just thought there was just one. And but yeah, if I didn't look suspicious before, now I look like a spy with this freaking brown envelope. And I opened the freaking thing, and long and behold, there's the things inside. But that was pretty wild, because apparently, in order for me to return it, I have to put it in another envelope, and then I have to drop it in the mail. I think these companies work as third parties to like host these Wi-Fi companies or something. Like they're not actually the Wi-Fi company. They just host these hotspots as a side service, I guess. And the main like headquarters is like somewhere else. So I have to send back the hotspot in like an envelope that they gave me. So I'm hoping to do that correctly. The Wi-Fi mafia. Bro. Oh. That is perfect. That is quite literally what happened. Because yeah, they actually do call them Wi-Fi access points. That's how they call them here. I found that interesting, to be honest. But yeah, it is a Wi-Fi access point. But yeah, once I got the Wi-Fi, like, I felt a huge relief. I'm like, I'm back in 2024. No, it was 2023 when I landed. I'm back in the 20th century, 21st century. You know, I have internet. I can Google whatever I want. I'm okay from here. You know, I can, if I wanted to. The Wi-Fi MiFi sounds cooler. Yeah. Oh, then what? Like the access point mafia. Oh my gosh. But yes. Once I got internet, like, I felt like so much more comfortable. You know, I was able to check. First of all, my phone still had the old time, I think, so that was confusing. So once the Wi-Fi started working, you know, I got my time correct, and I was like, I think I landed in like at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. I think it was getting pretty late, so I was getting also worried that I wasn't gonna be able to, like, you know, get to my hotel before trains stopped or whatever. But luckily, trains stopped like around 1 a.m. So that was fine. So, you know, initially, I always travel whenever I travel like around the states. I always use Uber, and that's just how I do it. You know, because I want to get to my hotel like safely. You know, like after that, I can just walk around or whatever. But the airport was so train centric that I wasn't even able to find the exit. I looked for a good half an hour for the exit to the street, that I just couldn't find it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it was. But there was like 6 different ways to enter the subway, though, to the train. So I ended up just taking the train because, I mean, that seemed like the obvious way to leave, I suppose. I just couldn't find the street exit. So I saved like a good $80, I guess. The taxis there are so expensive but reliable. Yeah, I saved like a good $80. But I mean, honestly, I just wanted to go home. After that long trip, like, I just wanted to go home, and then, like, you know, I'd be able to, like, you know, walk around and, like, discover whatever. But no, like, right off the plane, immediately, you know, I went into like learning mode, looking at the map, and like some girl there was helping me. Someone from the airport was helping me to, like, find out what is the total amount that you have to pay, because the way the trains work in Japan is like, if you ever seen the train maps, there's like a gazillion train lines and a gazillion stations, and you have to buy the correct amount of train ticket to where you want to go, right? If you don't buy the correct amount, then I'll explain that later what happens, basically. But you have to always have the correct amount, so you can go wherever you want. So this lady was helping me. Like, I told her, like, I just showed her my phone, and I had to travel through 2 different trains to get to where I was going. I believe I was in Narita. I think I was in the Narita airport, and I had to travel to Nihonbashi station. And she told me, "Oh yeah, you can take these 2 trains, and it will be like 280 yen or whatever." And, like, okay. And she did it for me. She tapped on the machine, and, like, I just, like, entered the point or whatever, right? And that was fine. I got my little ticket. At this point, I didn't even know that you're not supposed to lose it or whatever. So I go down to the station and get on the trains. I got lost a little bit. First of all, like, I got off on the wrong station at one point. So I just waited back for another train and just got on that train again and just continue on my on my trip, and then I got on off the right station, and then using the same ticket, you basically, you know, you put it back in the machine. The first time around, it puts a hole in it, but then the second time around, you use it to exit the station. If you don't have the right amount, if you didn't pay for the right amount, you can't leave the station. It will tell you that you have to go back and pay the right amount. You have to go back to the machines and then submit it and then like pay the right amount, and then they give you another ticket or whatever, you know, and then you can exit. You can finally exit the station. So you have to never lose your tickets in Japan, because you have to use them, especially the Shinkansen tickets, because they're like over $100. So don't lose your Shinkansen tickets, definitely, because you won't be able to leave the station if you lose it. But yeah, unknowingly, I was still supposed to use a third train to my hotel from Nihonbashi to like somewhere else. But I didn't know that, and I just started walking like to my hotel. It took me like 20 minutes to get here. But now that I know, like, I feel much more comfortable now, like traveling through the train, you know. So, you know, now I can travel anywhere I want, you know. There's also an app. I think there's also an app, or there's also a special ticket that you can just recharge with money, and you just basically just scan it at the entrance and the exit, and it takes away like whatever money you were supposed to pay. I didn't get that because I don't know, I'm not in a hurry anywhere, and I like paying with cash while I'm here, I guess, because it's just an experience that I just don't get to use cash in the States, I guess, anymore. But yeah, I've been paying with cash and just playing with coins. It just feels like Monopoly money, I guess, to me. But it's been very fun using it. So I didn't get that special card. I still buy my tickets to wherever I need to go. And I've made some mistakes. Sometimes I buy tickets at the wrong station, and then you can't use them anymore. That's happened to me one time. So I have one ticket that I'm never gonna use. At least I'm gonna take it as a gift, I guess. No, like as a memory, I guess. I'm gonna take it back to the States. And there's been times where I made a mistake leaving from the Shinkansen. It took me back into the station when I came back from Kyoto. And I was stuck in the airport. Well, not the airport. The Tokyo station. I was stuck in there for like half an hour trying to exit, until I went back to the Shinkansen station and told the people there, like, I can't exit because I exited the wrong way. And then they just gave me a new ticket, a punch ticket, because the punched ones are just meant to use to like leave, So they just gave me a new ticket, because the one that I had was eaten by the machine. Like every time you exit a station, your ticket just is eaten by the machine. And I unfortunately just exited the wrong way. I was supposed to exit the other way. But yeah, they just gave me another a punch ticket, and just was able to leave fine. But talking to them, like struggling with the language is what makes it so difficult, right? But it was interesting. Oh man, so many little adventures. Hopefully we can talk about it more when I'm back, and I'll be able to show you all my pictures and videos. And I'm sure I'll remember more little like memories like that, because like right now I'm just rambling whatever comes to my mind, but I'm sure I'll put together my thoughts by the next time that you see me. But at the very least, I wanted to like stream one time from Japan. I think that's pretty cool to have a little stream from here, Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's more important to me than you guys, but I think it's pretty cool. I think it's pretty nifty. Oh man. But yes, like I said, right now I'm gonna be leaving. I'm gonna be going to Tokyo Big Side Station because I want to see the big Gundam. The big Gundam that is in there. It's like a big statue. It's like 24 feet tall or something like that. So that's pretty cool. Just gonna take some pictures there and stuff. Japan stream. Check that off the bucket list. Yeah, exactly. Hopefully many more to come when I make it over here. hopefully. And yeah, I'll also have to get some breakfast because it's 8 a.m. over here. I don't even know what I'm gonna eat actually. I have some coffee in the fridge. There's a tiny fridge in here, so you can't really fit a lot of things, but it's been very handy. It's like I'm actually looking through the fridge. Like, yeah, there's a fridge over here. Oh my gosh. The face tracking is horrible. It's like it looks like I'm this figure or something. Oh my gosh. But yeah. I don't know, what else can I tell you guys? Before we part ways. There's really not much I can do. I'm very limited to, just Zatsudan streams, I guess, where we get to talk. No much else to do. Unfortunately. Oh, hello Renji, welcome. How you doing today? My Japanese name friend. Oh my gosh, what is some Japanese phrases that I've learned, I guess? Oskari-sama. People say Oskari-sama all the time in the trains and things like that. Bro is mourning the times from which he got a computer. Bro. You're lucky that I don't have my hammer right now. But I'll pretend to bonk you, I guess. Yeah, but people say Oskarizama a lot. It basically means hello and goodbye, apparently. It has like a double meaning. Oskarizama. Oh my gosh. Other than that, I haven't really said, other than sumimasen. I've been saying sumimasen a lot, like excuse me, just going through or something like that. Sumimasen. Or arigato, basically, just thanking everyone when they help me. Arigato gozaimasu. Other than that, not a very expanded vocabulary, I suppose. No hammer, we can do whatever we want. Oh my gosh, do I even have my emotes in here? Oh, they're loading, like a Windows 95 computer. I can bonk you from here anyways. Let's see, what else? Bonk. It's been very, very fun. Very, very fun. A lot of walking though. Like, I've been walking like 10 miles every day almost. I kind of slowed down towards the last week because like my feetsies, I don't want to hurt my feet. Because one time in Anime Expo, actually, the last day I hurt my ankle and I couldn't walk anymore for the rest of the trip. So I'm trying to be more careful with that. I don't know if I stepped wrong or something that day, but it hasn't happened anymore. And that time was just 4 days. And here I've been here like 3 weeks walking like everywhere, so I must have stepped on something wrong last time because I'm fine right now. But I'm still trying to take it easy. I'm trying not to push myself too much. But yeah, I've been walking quite a bit, traveling around everywhere. If I had a little more time, I would love to go to Hokkaido if possible, but I don't think I have enough time. I think I've spent a lot of money already. And I spend a lot of time here, so I'm already slowing down and winding down. I'll go see some things nearby, like that statue and stuffs. I couldn't get into the Studio Ghibli Museum because you have to buy tickets from a long time before you even enter. So unfortunately, I didn't have tickets for that, but hopefully next time. I was also thinking about going to Disney Tokyo, but because it's actually like my hotel is actually like 10 minutes from here, from the Disney Tokyo. But I don't think I'll be doing that either. I think I'll just be doing like, you know, more sightseeing. Because like I said, I already spent quite a bit of coin being here. Hey, they don't call me the fortune star for spending money. You know, I'd be the spending fortune star. I want to go to Hokkaido next time so bad. Yeah, I hear. I mean, it's all snowy right now, and I wanted to see the you know, the shrine there. There's also like a very very long, you know, what are they called? The I don't know what they're called, but like, you know, those Shinto statues where there's like hundreds of them. There's another one like that over there near Hokkaido, and I wanted to go see it because it's not as touristic as the one that I went to, where there's like a bazillion people in here. Over there is a little bit more peaceful. It's like it's an actual temple instead of like hundreds of people just walking around. Oh my gosh. Yeah, well, yeah, I can't wait to show you the pictures on stream though, because it will make so much more sense once I actually, you know, show you guys what I saw and things like that. So, been taking lots of pictures, been taking a few videos as well. I don't think I'm gonna be making a video on Japan, but we'll be talking about it on stream for sure. I also went to Comiket, so that was the first time that I ever go to Comiket, obviously. And I almost missed the opportunity because I didn't know how to buy tickets. So I decided just to go there, and I was waiting for like, I think on-site tickets, like they were only allowing like afternoon people or something like that. So right after it hit like 12:30 p.m., I was able to buy tickets, and then I went inside and just like it was very very peaceful actually. I think I'm very spoiled to like anime conventions like Anime Expo, where there's a lot of like flashy lights and like all the VTuber franchises and things like that. Over here, Comiket is very very quiet. It's almost like you're in a temple or something. You know, people are walking by like very very quietly. I don't know. It was an eerie experience. There were some franchises like Hololive and stuff like that, but it didn't feel the same way as Anime Expo, despite Comiket being like, you know, the Anime Expo, I suppose. But also, it could be because this one is the winter one. I thought that the winter one was the bigger one, but I might have gotten it wrong. Maybe it was the summer one. A lot of interesting cosplays, that's for sure. A lot of half-naked people for sure, despite being like extremely cold. I didn't take pictures of them, but very interesting cosplays, guys and girls, not only girls, but like very interesting cosplays for sure. Oh no, I dropped something again. I'm playing with a little cord because I bought a little plushie. I don't think I took a picture of it actually. It's a T-cat. T-cat. The T-cat stands for Tokyo Central. I can't remember what way it's. I think it's in the label actually. Made in China. Oh my gosh. What happened, Japan? T cat's name? No, it's a T and then cat. It stands for Tokyo, something something. Tokyo Central Airport Transport. I think that's what it means. And their mascot is basically, a little cat that looks like an airplane. I took a picture of it in the Discord, so you guys can see it there. Did you give it a name? No, I'm not gonna give it a name. It's just T-Cat. It has T-Cat all over, so I'm gonna keep it as T-Cat. Although T-Cat, like as in T-Cat is pretty cute though, so. But yeah, I'm just gonna call it T-Cat. It's I don't know. I can't really bring a lot of things from Japan, so it's a very, very tiny plush. It's about this size. Wait, no, that's way too big. I'm holding it, but it's not really tracking. It's about this size. It's very, very tiny. But yeah, I can't really bring back too many things. That's why I haven't been buying anything. I can buy a lot of things, but it's just I can't bring them back, And I also don't want to keep too many things in case I do move over here, because then otherwise, I'm just gonna be bringing back things to Japan anyways. So I'm holding back on buying anything. Which it's harder said than done, because I'm pretty tempted to buy a lot of things, but I've just been buying like little things like this, I guess. Mainly food. I've been buying like all kinds of foods. I've been buying Japanese food, American franchises like McDonald's and Domino's and Pizza Hut. A lot of local Japanese food. I also bought a lot of food in the temples, like fried squid, and some of these I didn't even take pictures because I just ate them. But basically like teriyaki chicken on a stick and things like that. Yippee! Yeah, it's been really, really fun. It's been really, really fun. Highly, highly recommend it. Especially if you travel in groups. I think you probably have more fun that way, because there's also that stress factor of being alone. You can do it alone. I don't really care. But I feel like I always see like tourists like in groups, like 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and they're always like they're like the typical loud tourists, right? I don't need to be loud because I don't really have anyone to complain or fall back on, so I'm just quiet. I'm just walking around. Oh, Anima Sky, welcome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the welcome back. I'm still not back though. I'm still not back, but thank you. I'll be back on Monday for sure. Right now we're just talking a little bit because I wanted to have a little stream held in Japan. I'm still in Japan right now, streaming from my hotel. But thank you, I appreciate that. That's gonna go towards my Japanese laptop fund. Just kidding. Oh my gosh. But yeah, I couldn't find a way to stream until today. I don't think the fuku sound different. Yeah, it's because I'm still in Japan. I don't have my computer or anything. I'm streaming from my phone. That's why I look and sound different. Or do you mean like, do I sound too different? I wonder how I sound. I couldn't really check the audio before starting. But nonetheless, thank you so much for the donation. I really appreciate it. Or should I say, I dropped it again. Sorry. Arigatou gozaimasu. Anime Sky Kun. Oh man. Right now, I have there's a TV in the hotel right here, and Japanese TV is like so interesting. It's basically like watching TikTok 24/7, because they'll have like they'll have like the screen or whatever, but then they'll have like a little reacting person like right here, like they'll just be like, just like reacting, like they'll just be staring, like smiling or whatever. Fuku's real voice. I always use my real voice. What are you talking about? Sounds a bit like you're talking in a tube. Oh, it must be because it's because I'm holding my phone with a mug, a ceramic mug. So maybe that's why. Does it sound like I'm talking through the toilet? I don't know how else to do it, because like I don't have a tripod here. I didn't bring a tripod or anything, so I guess I could probably do sound a little weird. But yeah, this is my real voice though. I always use my real voice. But I guess the microphone must be sounding different. Yeah, it's being held by a mug right now. It's basically just like everybody say that. Okay. Bunk, bunk, bunk. Too bad I don't have a hammer. Gosh, I wish I had a hammer right now. On my first day of Christmas, my girlfriend gave to me one golden hammer. Epic setup, shut up. I don't want to hear it from you, okay? I don't want to hear it from you, simply. You taught me everything I know. I'm using all the tricks. Fuku streaming from a smart Bro, you guys should be more grateful. That's what you guys should be. Pog. There's no other way. I don't have anything else to hold it, unfortunately. I don't have a tripod or anything. It's because